Hello, good morning. It is Wednesday, and as you can see, I'm not in my office today. I am up in beautiful Hilton Head Island. We are here for our Money Maker Live training, and it's just a gorgeous morning. It's like 68 degrees. I went for a run this morning on the beach. It's just like this is just a beautiful way to start a day, and it's important as well to remember that when you're in business, that you take that time for you. Let's face it, it is hard being a business owner. There's a lot going on, and you have to make sure you take care of yourself as well. Okay, so let's get into today's training. So this week we're talking about bookkeeping systems and how important that is that you have that set up in your business. And so we're going to cover 5 simple steps to help you create an amazing bookkeeping system in your business, and why you need to do this to help you grow your business, because you have to know your numbers, like you hear me say. So my name is Kerry Postal. I own Abacus Business Solutions, and I have been serving businesses for over 10 years and helping them to know, understand, and trust their numbers. So you're all going to be at different stages in your business. Some of you may be just starting out. Some of you may have been in business for years. And for those of you that are just starting out, you may not be at a point right now that you feel that you can afford to outsource this aspect of the business. And if you can't, that's okay. Still get the system set up, because you still need to know your numbers. But I encourage you that as soon as you get to that point where you're ready to make that investment, and look at it as an investment, not an expense, but as soon as you're ready to get to that point where, like, okay, I really need to know my numbers. I need to make sure that they're accurate so that I can grow my business. Now, if you've been in business for a few years, maybe you've been doing the bookkeeping for yourself and you're not sure if you have everything set up the right way, then this is also for you as a double check, but also as an opportunity to reach out to us as well if you are looking for some assistance as you're growing and you're like, you know what, I don't need to be doing this on my Friday nights anymore. Now it's time to outsource this. Okay, so let's jump straight in. So step 1 is choosing the right software. So there's several softwares out there, as you know. You've got QuickBooks Zero, QuickBooks Online, you've got Zero. For us at Abacus, our choice of software is QuickBooks Online. We also use QuickBooks Desktop for some of our construction clients. And so these softwares have been developed specifically for business owners to be able to know what their numbers are, help them to keep up to date, and know exactly how much profit or loss that they are making. We prefer QuickBooks just because it's great to be able to access it on the cloud, so it doesn't matter where you are. You as the business owner can access it, we can access it easily, and it's just an easy way to get to your numbers rather than having to have that particular computer or laptop all the time. The project aspect of it, the project costing is getting better. It's still not quite at this level that desktop is, but it's definitely improving, and it's just got all the functions that we need as an accounting firm to be able to do the books for our clients so that they can see exactly where their business is at. So QuickBooks Online is our choice of software. If you would like a link and to save 30% off each month for the first year, then shoot me a message as well. I can get that over to you. So the next step is you need to set up your accounts. You've got to have separate accounts for your income and your expenses. Now, what I say to my clients is there's 2 reasons for setting up the different expense accounts and income accounts. The first one is you need to be able to separate those expenses so that your tax preparer knows how to separate them all out to put them as deductions on your tax return. And then the second reason is that for you as a business owner, you want to be able to see where your expenses are going to, how much are you spending in each category. So I always say, don't go over crazy. You're creating 100 different accounts, because that will drive you insane, trying to make sure everything is categorized correctly. But have enough accounts so that you can see how your business is performing, where you're spending the money in each category, so that as and when you need to make either an increased investment or you need to cut expenses, then you're able to see exactly where your money is going to. So the third step is tracking your transactions. So as you make and receive payments, you've got to make sure you record them in your system. You've got to make sure your records are accurate and up to date, because you want to make sure that those numbers actually mean something. You've heard the phrase garbage in, garbage out. It applies to bookkeeping and software exactly the same way. So make sure you're keeping all of your receipts, you're keeping your invoices to clients that you're creating, you're keeping bills you're getting from vendors, you're keeping receipts from debit card transactions and credit card transactions. Those all need to be kept, and then use those to put the information into your software as well. Fourth step is reconcile your accounts. So this is a biggie that a lot of people don't think they need to do in QuickBooks Online. Over the years, clients that we've taken on, and we see that they haven't reconciled their books for years. And we're like, hey, like, how come you didn't reconcile? And the answer is always, well, everything's downloaded from the bank. Why do I need to reconcile it? So as technology goes, when it works, it's great. When it doesn't, it's not so great. So what we found with QuickBooks Online, and it doesn't happen all the time, it is very rare that it happens, but you still want to make sure that you're catching any errors. So this actually happened in Abacus Books back in September of last year. I had changed a flight with United Airlines, and there was a $130 change fee. So did the change, no issue. I'm doing my books the next week, and I see this $130 appear on my bank feed 3 times. And so my first instinct was, oh, like United charged me 3 times. Now I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to have to call United, get them to refund 2 of the charges, and just deal with all of that. So, but my first instinct was like, well, let me just check my credit card statement. And I looked at my credit card statement, and the charge only appeared 1 time. QuickBooks had downloaded it 3 times. So if I had not been reconciling my accounts, I would not have caught that. And I would have had $260 of additional expenses that weren't true expenses showing on my profit and loss, which then would have made my net profit look $260 less than what it actually was. So that's a perfect example right there when technology didn't do what it was supposed to do and downloaded a transaction 3 times. It could also go the other way, that it doesn't download a transaction. So reconciliation is absolutely critical to make sure that your numbers are accurate and making sure that it agrees to exactly what happened on the bank. And then the 5th step is stay organized. I know you have a lot going on in the business, the day-to-day, and there's paper everywhere, there's estimates, there's invoices, there's, you're trying to job cost and keep track of all of those. But you need to stay accurate. You need to come up with a system that you can easily follow so that you know, okay, this file of paperwork is for this step. This is file of receipts is ready for this. You have to know what's going on. And particularly, when you're job costing, you need to make sure that you know exactly which receipt and which vendor bill goes to which job so that you can accurately see how you performed on that job. So you need to have a system to stay organized, stay on track, but you want to keep it simple because you have enough going on as a business owner. So don't overcomplicate it, but make sure that you know exactly where each piece of paper is in the step of the journey. So you want to make sure that the system you choose has got those basic financial reports, your income statement, your balance sheet, cash flow statements, and that you understand those reports as well. So make sure that the software that you choose can grow with you. There are some apps out there which are meant for more personal business, and people think that personal accounting and not for their business stuff. Those are not the right ones to choose. You need to choose a software that is a good fit for your business. And like I said, QuickBooks Online, we feel does a great job. Also, when you're looking at a system with QuickBooks and you're trying to decide maybe which level of service to go for, you want to make sure that you know how many users can you have on there. Is there a limit of the number of accounts? And if you're choosing a desktop software, then okay, how many licenses do you have? So make sure at the end of the day, you keep it simple, but you have enough information in your P&L to understand how your business is performing, and that you have a system so that you know exactly what needs to be done and where you are at. If you are not sure about even where to start, if this is just totally overwhelming you, then reach out to us. This is something that we can help you with. This is what we do with our clients. This is how we help our clients to succeed. So, put a comment in the box underneath this video, or reach out to me directly, and we can set up a time to chat and see how we can help you. And like I said, if you've got this set up, but you're not sure if it's accurate, if you don't have huge peace of mind about it, again, reach out as well. We have a package that we do called Renovate and Update, that we can make sure that your package is correct and it's you've got your numbers that you need. And then if you're ready, just like outsource it. If you've got to that point where what, my business is growing, I'm ready to invest in a professional, making sure my numbers are accurate, I need help with the different aspects of the business, I need help with payroll, then we are here to help you with that. So I hope that helps. If you know a business owner who maybe needs help in this area, then feel free to go ahead and share this video with them as well. We need to be able to support each other and to help other businesses grow as well. Okay, well, that's all I have got for you today. I am going to head out to my event in a little bit. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week, and make sure you know your numbers.